All right, welcome back, good people. One of the things I love about doing this online business in the 21st century is that it's my business, first of all. Not the fact that from the perspective of being selfish, but from the perspective that almost everything you see, and I would venture to say 95% of everything you see has been created by myself, right? It's my system. It's how I want it. And that's exactly the benefit that you would get. When I dress to do videos, I dress like I want to dress. I don't dress like the industry tells me. If I want to wear a shirt and tie, I wear a shirt and tie. If I want to wear a jogging uniform, I wear that. Whatever I want to wear, I wear it, because it's the information, it's the message, not the messenger that you're focusing on, right? Wait a minute. Well, stop focusing on me. Start focusing on what I'm saying to you, right? We're talking about starting a business for you, because you know you want to. And I'm not talking to that person sitting beside you saying, I don't think a business is for everybody. I'm talking to you, the person who knows that you are more than a job. And you know you're not, your limit is not $10 an hour, $20 an hour, $30 an hour. When you see people every day making thousands of dollars a day, you know, from doing their own business, you can't do that working for somebody. That's not going to happen for you. I'm saying that. Yeah, I'm saying it. That's not going to happen for you, because the system is not designed to give you that type of money for nothing, right? And if you're not doing anything but working for somebody, they're not going to hire you and pay you that amount of money for just, you know, going through the day-to-day, unless it's something that's, you know, really technical, really requires a skill set. And you may have that skill set. But if that's the case, chances are very high that you would want to set up a business structure opposed to working for someone, right? You want to have your own business, right? Because that's the world we're in right now. If you're not working on getting your own business or don't have your own business, there are so many people right around your circle who are talking about that. And I'm sure you've noticed that. So this video I'm titling Starting Your Own Small Business. And I'm going to read you some things that I've done research on this week. And let these process through you if you're not quite certain as to whether or not that's what you want to do. And then, you know, you're going to make a decision collectively on all the information you gather anyway, right? So whatever you decide to do, if you decide not to start your own business or venture down that road, promise me that you won't talk bad about the people who do. Right? Don't try to stop the ones who are trying to do something different. Because this journey is not a walk in the park. It's not a just add water and poof, you have it. And it's definitely not a get rich quick. But if you put in the hours, the time, and benefits will start to come your way. Okay, I'm going to begin. It says there are more than 28 million small businesses in the United States, making a whopping 99.7% of all U.S. businesses, according to the Small Business Administration. Now, did you hear that number? Think about that. There are more than 28 million. That's a large number. And that's 99.7% of U.S. businesses are small businesses. When you consider some of the most popular reasons to start a business, including having a unique business idea, designing a career that has the flexibility to grow with you, working toward financial independence, and investing in yourself, it's no wonder that small businesses are everywhere. Now, a lot of people will start a business and it won't go anyplace, right? That happens, and that's okay. You know, don't look at that as a bad thing. That's just an experience you went through. That's how your life went. Because there are people who start that same business you didn't make, or you didn't become successful at, and boom, they take off, right? Why is that? Because it wasn't for you. Why wasn't it for you? Probably because you didn't put in the time, you didn't put in the effort, you didn't have the drive or the desire to really make that work for you. Because that's what's required. It's not, well, I don't feel like doing it today. It's not that type of thing. Oh, no. It's just like when you clock in at your job, you probably have a job. When you clock in at your job, that owner requires you to do something. Not just sit around and say, oh, I am not doing anything today. And if you don't do anything, you don't get paid and you don't get to keep your job. So you have to do that, have that same mindset for your own business. Actually, you have to be more proactive in doing things in your business because of the simple fact nobody is regulating you. Nobody's monitoring you except you. And you can lie about the results, but the results don't lie. You let me tell you that. You can say, I'm doing this and I'm doing that, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. But if you're not coming together financially or you're not coming together systematically, a real business owner can look at it and tell that. Right? So you really just be tricking yourself and wasting your time. Continuing on. But not every small business is positioned for success. In fact, only about 2/3 of businesses with employees survive at least 2 years, and about half survive 5 years. So, as I indicated, the survival rate is not very high. So, we all go through experiences. So you will still have things to take to the next venture because you'll continue on. That's normally the way it works. If you're an entrepreneur, if you have an entrepreneurial mindset, one failure is not going to, or one non-success, I'll say, is not going to deter you from becoming successful. That's not the way it works. Now, continuing on, it says, so you may be in for a real challenge when you decide to take the plunge. Ditch your day job and become a business owner. The stage is often set in the beginning, so making sure you follow all the necessary steps when starting your business can set the foundation for success. Now, my company teaches you how to set up the foundation of your business, right? Think about a business if you're going to grow the actual structure of a business, you must have that foundation solid. If you don't have that foundation solid, then your business will not sustain any growth. It will not do it. So you have to make certain that you have that as a focal point. Step 1, do your research. Most likely, you have already identified a business idea, so now it's time to balance it with a little reality. Does your idea have the potential to succeed? You will need to run your business idea through a validation process before you go any further. In order for a small business to be successful, it must solve a problem, fill a need, or offer something the market wants. Think about that. There are a number of ways you can identify this need, including research, focus groups, and even trial and error, which, like I just indicated, it's okay to try and fail. That's not a problem. You gain experience. You know what not to do next time, right? Now, as you explore the markets, some of the questions you should answer include, not questions you should ask, but questions you should answer are, is there a need for your anticipated product or services? Question number 2, who needs it? Question 3, are there other companies offering similar products or services now? Number 4, what is the competition like? Number 5, how will your business fit into the market? Don't forget to ask yourself some questions too about starting a business before you take the plunge. Number 2 would be make a plan. You need a plan in order to make your business idea a reality. You can't just not have a day-to-day that you need to do that you can follow that will get you the results you want. You can't just wake up tomorrow and say, well, what am I going to do today? I don't know. And then wake up the next day and say, what am I going to do today? I don't know. You need to know those. Those need to be written down. You need to be able to follow a format, right? It only makes sense. Come on now. This is not like rocket science, right? So come on, get with me. Next it says, a business plan is a blueprint that will guide your business from the start-up phase through establishment and eventually business growth. And it's a must-have for new businesses. The good news is that there are different types of business plans for different types of businesses. So it's not a one-size-fits-all. You don't have to do it my way. You can identify your own way and do it that way, which I recommend. As I indicated earlier, what you want to do is you want to follow me to a point, and then It's like, think about those track runners that run those long distances. They have like what they call a spotter. And that spotter runs like the first 2 laps with them really, really fast to kind of get the pace up. And then he'll break off. And then they'll take off, right? Then that's where they come in, right? So think about that from that perspective as you're growing your business. Now, if you intend to seek financial support from an investor or financial institution, a traditional business plan is a must. This type of business plan is generally long and thorough and has a common set of sections that investors and banks look for when they are validating your idea. If you don't anticipate seeking financial support, which I don't recommend, a simple one-page business plan can give you clarity about what you hope to achieve and how you plan to do it. Because all you need is you initially, because these are small businesses that I'm talking about. Basically, consulting businesses based on what you know or what you're willing to learn, what you like, right? And you'll be sharing information with people who like it as well. And it doesn't get any better than that, ladies and gentlemen. In fact, you can even create a working business plan on the back of a napkin and improve it over time. It can be that simple. Some kind of plan in writing is always better, though, than nothing. Step 3, plan your finances. Starting a small business doesn't have to require a lot of money, but it will involve some initial investment as well as the ability to cover ongoing expenses before you begin turning a profit. So, as I told you earlier, once you get those moving parts, it might only cost $100 a month to keep those parts moving, but you have to keep them moving, right? And you might have to come out of your pocket for that. So be mindful of that. Now, number 4, choose a business structure. Your small business can be a sole proprietorship, which I recommend, a partnership, which I don't recommend, a limited liability company, which I recommend, or a regular corporation, which I recommend. But those corporations and limited liability corporations are what I consider you should do on the next level, because in my opinion, you don't know enough yet. So a sole proprietor would be good enough in the beginning, in my opinion. And that's what I have, a sole proprietor. And as I grow my company, I will go to the limited liability company for the tax benefits. So you get benefits as you incorporate. Understand that. But you want to be in a position to get those benefits. And starting out, you're not really making any money yet. So you get benefits and tax breaks when you start to generate money, as well as the expenses that you have going monthly. So you can do those expenses even as a sole proprietor. You can get the same benefits as a limited liability company or a corporation, because those are expenses. They're all deductible because you're working on growing your business. Now, the business entity you choose will impact many factors from your business name to the liability to how you file your taxes. Let me read that again. The business entity you choose will impact many factors from your business name to your liability to how you file your taxes. So be mindful of that going forward, that those things are important. When you select your business name, like my business name is Speak with Larry, when you decide that, you're going to be riding with that, right, forever, unless your business doesn't succeed, right? You're going to be riding with that. So select that carefully and make it valuable to you. Like one of the things that you may not know is that once you decide on the domain, this is my domain for my website, right, Speak with Larry. Once you decide on that, the value of that domain goes up the larger your business grows. And you can find out, like, in order for you to buy my domain name Speak with Larry, it may cost you $1,000, $5,000, just depending on how successful I am at the time, right? It's intellectual property. Think about that. Now, you may choose an initial business structure and then reevaluate and change your structure as your business grows and the needs change. Depending on the complexity of your business, it may be worth investing in a consultation from an attorney or a CPA to ensure you're making the right structured choices for your businesses. And that's on the next level. That's right. You absolutely want to bring in heavy hitters and people who know what you want to do and the best strategies to get you there. Because think about this. This is the example I like to use. And you have to be honest when I share this with you. If you won the lottery tomorrow and that lottery was $1 million, could you manage that $1 million? Be honest. Okay? You say you could? What about 10 million? You couldn't? What about 50 million? You probably can't. So you're going to bring in people who can, right? Because you want it managed. And you don't want it just to go out. You don't want all of it to be gone because you didn't pay your taxes. And you don't want to get in trouble because you didn't pay your taxes either. Finally, number 5, pick and register your business name. Boom. Your business name plays a role in almost every aspect of your business, so you want it to be a good one. Make sure you think through all the potential implications as you explore your options and choose your business name. Once you have chosen a name for your business, you'll need to check if it's trademarked or currently in use. Then you'll need to register it. A sole proprietor must register their business name in either their state or county clerk. Corporations, LLCs, or limited liability partnerships particularly register their businesses' names when the formation paperwork is filed. Don't forget to register your domain name once you have selected your business name. Because think about this. If my company is called Speak with Larry, and somebody else owns that domain name, that's not a good fit. Actually, I have to change my company name, right? Because you want to be able to send people to your URL, which is your domain name. And you want that to be your business name, if at all possible, right? Unless you have it structured another way, but that's the way I have mine structured. All right, I hope that video didn't go too long. Don't forget to like these videos, share these videos. Remember, this information is for you, not for me. I already do this. My system is already in place, which allows me to bring you this type of information on a regular basis. Like these videos, share these videos, and I'll see you on the next video.